Oh my god. If those trees weren't there, it would have been perfect. And yet, it doesn't slow me down if I'm going straight, but I tried to fucking start a drift there, and I went instantly to like 0 kilometers an hour. Fucking BS. I know, because I'm playing a game, I'm not gonna be nice about it. I'm gonna say how I feel about it. It's a piece of shit. Don't buy this if you haven't bought it. Don't buy it. Don't buy it. Not the first game I've said that to on a broadcast. I'm here to broadcast because I'm playing the game anyways. I don't care. I'm not broadcasting because I like the game. I'm broadcasting because I'm playing a game on an Xbox One or on PC, and I'm gonna broadcast. And the thing that annoys me the most about that is the fact that the AI seems to drive so perfectly. I mean, they have their own little hiccups sometimes. You find a group of them at the beginning, but that's just weird. I mean, again, I don't consider that difficult by not having smart AI, and then you make up for it by bullshit things like that. I mean, to me that's equivalent to imagining like a first-person shooter, a wall just suddenly dropping in front of you. No, like having an invisible jump in the grass. It's like having a wall just suddenly fall down in front of you in a first-person shooter. Because you don't know when it's going to happen. You just know that eventually, sometime, a wall might fall in front of you and not allow you to get your shot off. Wouldn't that suck? That's the way I see it. Even civilian cars going around a corner. Ooh. That's how I've always seen it. Honestly, I think I'm going to get out of fucking open world racing games because I'm getting tired of it. I totally expected AI to be different civilians by now, or even gotten rid of, have an option to get rid of them. Because I'm honestly here just to enjoy the car. And the only reason I don't do track is because I don't know if I could see myself doing the same fucking tracks over and over again a million times. I like open world because it gives you a diversity. But I'm getting so fucking tired of civilian cars. They're so fucking bullshit and pointless and moronic. Oops. I was 1 gear higher than I thought I was. Usually I take that a little bit better. Oops. This car slides a little more than most cars I take here. It's good for the off-road part, but... And here we go. See, this is one of those examples of what I say, that putting stuff here just makes it retarded, like that. Doing that little S-shaped thing, oh my god, it still does, because you can't quite see the other side. And this is just a retarded, like, these corners would be nice corners if there wasn't this shit here. That's just, oh, and then that, oh, just fucking retarded corners. Just retarded corners. Just there's not a single track in this fucking... And that's why I'm thinking of also going to track. Because maybe it would be better just to use the same ones. Because last tracks I can remember from any open world game is Need for Speed Shift. That was the first track game I ever played. And honestly, other than old school Need for Speed Underground, Underground 2, and Carbon, I can't remember in the last few years any track that I played in any racing game. Other than track games. They have become really horrible and bad at designing them. That's why I tried Shift to begin with. I wasn't gonna try it because I like my open world games, but what was it that I tried and I was just like, oh, okay. Starting to get bored of open world. Even then, I think it was Test Drive Unlimited 2. Still not bad. I mean, it's good. It was an interesting new twist on that, and same thing with this. It just takes more from Test Drive Unlimited 2, but
you leveled up.
and this too, level 999. I mean, when I heard about it, I was excited. I was hoping that by the end you'd have enough money to buy all the cars, but I really think they're still being cheap on the fucking prizes. I mean, for someone who actually does get all the way to 999, I think they should either automatically unlock all the cars or definitely just drop whatever money you're missing to buy and modify all the cars in the game. Just boom, drop right on your fucking doorstep. Because it's ridiculous to have that many levels and not be maxed out. That's what I was getting bored of in Disgaea too. I love the concept, but it just takes so fucking long to get to 10,000 and then do it again and again so your character gets maxed out. I couldn't do it. And yet I've bought every Disgaea since then, trying, hoping that they make it easier. But I think in some ways they made it harder. They took out the, in the first one I was just trying to get the, what do they call it, the guy who gives the experience. The professor or whatever. And all I managed to do ever was 300. Oh my god, one gets out of your way and the next one. Fuck. Fuck off! You cheating piece of shit. Again, you're not challenge. Putting your slow ass, bitch ass fucking ass in my fucking face does not mean you're a challenge. Be a challenge. Be up here. Knock me around. Be right next to me. I mean, I think Underground was a little too much on that. If you know about the fucking the way they coded it, that there'll always be someone behind you. That was, I think, a little much when I learned about that. I put in a trainer to always put me on first just to test it. And if you do that and you go to the side of the road and you watch, you will see a car going at like 1,000 kilometers an hour around every corner, the whole track. It is the fucking funniest thing to watch for a few minutes. You just watch it. You just watch this car go around trying so fucking desperately hard to try to get first. Because he's programmed to get first, not just to be right behind you. He's programmed to get first under any circumstances. And he will go 1,000, like literally, I'm not joking, it's like 1,000 kilometers an hour. He will go to try to get first. That is, I think, a little much, but I don't mind someone being right behind you and challenging you. That is a challenge. That is not a guy just putting his ass. That's like... That's like, imagine you know, you're in a... I was trying to think of first-person shooter again, but no, not... Well, maybe. A first-person shooter with a big boss, like a Painkiller or something. Again, imagine if you're in a Painkiller and you killed 1,000, like, little grunts, and then one little fucking grunt comes and kills you. That's what it's like. That's what it's like to me in there, again. That's what I feel like. I don't know how you do, but that's how I feel like. Because I know I'm going to pass him. I know I can fucking destroy him. I mean, I don't mind a challenge, but... I mean, I play all games on hard. I love a challenge. But that to me is not a challenge when a guy's just fucking blocking your fucking ass when he knows he's not skilled enough. Same thing with guys who have, like, indestructible shields in games. Without that shield, they'd be nothing, but they just have this indestructible shield that just fucking annoys the fuck out of you.
Another 20 points.
Oh, I'm sure someone says... I'm sure someone has said the R word by now. The realistic word. And no, it's not, because shields and weapons in real life do get damaged during a battle, so no, they should be able to be destroyed. And no, games that have that are some of the least realistic games.
Okay, we're all done in Sisteron for now. Meet up at the hub when you're ready.
Because again, try to be realistic by actually giving your opponent skill, not by fucking just giving them cheap fucking tactics.
Champs made the call. We're heading to San Martin.
Like again, I don't know about this new Chivalry game. It looks not bad, but then I heard someone saying that it'd be good to stream for multiplayer because it's very short. Not that there aren't long multiplayer games that get streamed, but like I mean, even something like CS:GO, the rounds are all short, and they said it's short. Well, how realistic is it if it's short? I mean, it looked pretty realistic from the video that I saw. The person was showing the trailer on their stream. It looked pretty realistic, but again, it's, I mean, I think I told the story before of the battle that literally lasted about a day. I was watching a documentary about how a squire became a samurai, and he was fighting another. He got lost from his samurai because they usually stayed pretty close, and then he got lost and he ended up fighting a samurai, and he fought him for about a day, and they were like both very tired and very barely being able to lift their swords, but he managed to give off the killing blow. I mean, battles in real life can last a long time if a victor can't be found. They can also last very quick. I'm sure Lu Bu cut through quite a few very quickly.
At the roundabout, take the second exit. In 200 meters,
Sorry, but I'd love to have a realistic game. It's just there isn't any out there.
turn right.
In terms of cars, the only one I've encountered, I mean, supposedly the place I go for games says that there are others. But for some reason, I think for fear of having me fucking join them, whatever. Because again, outside of that, I am a good driver. I just refuse to fucking get out of his way. Fuck off. More my right than his to be there. But, yeah. Yeah, don't start saying Dark Souls and shit like that. They are not realistic. That's why they started going more and more outside of realism, these last couple, even more so, because they realized they're not realistic. Even the first one, Demon Souls, it was not. I played that. It so was not. It's hard, don't get me that. It's a challenge, but it's not realistic. Again, because realism is not just about the player having to try to find an opening in the opponent. It would have to be the opponent having to try to find an opening in you. It's not just a matter of you're too tired to block now, you automatically get hit. They should have stamina too. They should have weapons that break. Like, to me, the best actually melee game to have any kind of realism is actually Jedi Academy or Jedi Outcast. If you play those are amazing, because you actually have the lightsabers clash. It is a realistic battle, especially if you right before going into one of the big boss battles, like I always do, and I'm planning on trying to see if I can get it to work on my Windows 8, because I love those games. You take down your shield, or rather, I don't even usually play with my shield, only with the lightsaber. I never pick up a shield pickup. You go through the big boss, and it's just such a realistic fight, especially if you have realistic lightsaber combat on, the cheat, because you will die in one shot too. I mean, I didn't realize that until I fought my first big boss fight with it. It was just fun to slice stormtroopers' pieces off. But you will die in one shot too, and that's why it is a very real. At that point, it becomes the most realistic